Hey guys, it's a weekday night, Tuesday, and this weekend I had some visitors over, some family over from Australia, so I didn't really have much time, but did get on the cans and throw the headers in, which was pretty cool to see them installed and painted and in their final spot. Still got to get a new dipstick tube and rebend it. But yeah, there they are. And I think it was a while back, Kenny asked me how I got these in with the motor, and yeah, it's just a case of, well, the big thing is the collector is separate, it slips off. So with the collector separate and the car jacked up only this much, not off the ground, just taking the weight off the shocks, and I just had a chain on the side of either end of the head and this engine mount bolt out, and then it just jacked it up and lifted up enough I could drop the front part of all the tubes in between the rails and then lower it down and slide the collector on. And you can't do that with the starter motor in, just because there's not enough angle room. So the starter's in now. You can see it down there, but what I actually did was just loosen the headers off, and so they're loose right now. What are you doing, bud? Breaking things? With all the bolts loose, just that much movement, I was able to run the starter up the side and get that tightened up. So then I'll just tighten these bolts and it's in. So it's pretty serviceable as far as, you know, if I need to change the starter or anything like that. It's definitely no worse than any other headers, and if not, I might even say it's a little better. So yeah, that's it. What do you think, bud? He doesn't care. Did you hurt your foot? Is your foot sore? Did you get something in your foot? Alright guys, it's Saturday and I'm gonna blast the core support and get these inner fenders blasted. It's pretty cool. They've still got the factory splash guards that were stapled in there, which is pretty cool. You don't usually see those anymore. So I'm gonna do this guy, and then I'll pop all the staples out of the rubber and stuff and brush them off. But these are in really good shape, so I'm not expecting any problems, so, as with this. But yeah, I gotta take the latch out too, and then we'll see. All right, cheers. All right, get it out here, set up, and then fill it up and get stripping. This is the blaster that I've been using. I had a bigger one, and I used it to do the frame and the whole car. But for the day that I did the whole car, I rented a trailer compressor for like 120 bucks from Hertz, one of those like big diesel ones, and that was awesome. And I just ran all day and did it. It was totally worth it. But this is the second one of these. I had the bigger one. I think it's like 40 pound or something. I can't remember. I don't know if it's just there's too much weight of all the media on top when it's that big, but it used to clog up a lot more. So basically I run this lever completely open, and then this one on and off when I'm running, if I'm just turning it on or off, just use it for the shut off. And then this guy, like the media feed one, I run it at like 45 or a little less, and that seems to be about the max. Anytime I open this one any further, it'll start to jam, but as long as this is around 45, it'll flow pretty good. For this is the stuff that I use. It's from Tractor Supply. It's like $7 a bag. The red text is the fine, and then there's the black one, which is the coarse stuff. And the first time I tried it, I accidentally bought some of the black, and it was too big for this blaster. It kept getting clogged. So yeah, but this thing goes alright. It's good for, I mean, this is about as big as piece you want to do with it, but it's cool. So alright, cheers. Okay guys, it's Sunday. This is ready. Just gonna go and hang this up and get ready to throw some primer on it. Where all the decals and stuff were hit with the wire wheel, just to sort of clean it up, get all glue and stuff off it. The blaster didn't do a great job of that, so should be good enough for now. So bring you guys back when I got something. All right, I'm gonna mix up some of this Summit primer. I know I've heard pretty bad stuff about it, but I don't really know what I'm doing, and it was the right price, so we'll see. I've still got plenty left, or enough left to do this stuff, so might as well use it, right? Here we go. Ha! Yeah, here it is after the first coat. Of course, today decided to be the windiest day we've had in forever. What? I don't know if you can see it. Well, looks like it's primed. There it is after first round. We'll let that sit for a little bit and then do one more and should be good. Alright guys, it's core spots all dried off. Looks pretty good. It's good enough for primer. So I'm waiting for some body bolts before I can mount it to the frame. Alright guys, when I put these headers on, it actually ran out of thread lock, so I got this stuff. Some stick form Loctite. I'm gonna try it out because I think it's gonna be better than the. It's good for stuff that's like uphill or overhead or whatever, because it's not gonna run anywhere. At least that's what the theory is. So I thought it was a pretty cool idea. Also on a side note, I found this plate at the scrapyard. I don't really know what it's from. It's some microvac pump thing, and it has a sight glass. So this thing's really thick, and I was gonna make a little stand for doing some metal shaping and stuff, and I was gonna just put some plate on top, and I found this, so I thought this is cool to use for the top. So I've been practicing my shaping it for some point when I try and make something. So I made this little stand, and the bottom we got some nuts and bolts on them, so with some little rubber feet, so you can square it on any surface or whatever. And yeah, it's really nice and sturdy. But I just thought this this little access panel for whatever microvac pump, what the hell that is, for something. I don't really know what it's off, but it's really cool, and makes a cool tabletop. So anyway, just thought I'd show you guys that. It was a pretty fun little project. Cool. All right, as for my clutch linkage debacle, thanks to John and David, both of you guys, man, appreciate the links and everything. It's exactly what I needed. I got the stuff through inline tube, so just threw some grease on some of these things now, but I think that's gonna work out good. The sleeve and everything's in there, so it's perfect. Really appreciate the help. That was exactly what I needed to figure out, so I can put this in for good now. Thanks. Okay guys, it's Monday night. I managed to get out here real quick. Pulled the radiator off the rest of my test stand, and just got it sitting in there right now. Figure out what I'm gonna do for mounts and everything like that. It's sitting pretty straight, like as in right angle to the frame at 90 degrees. So I think I'm good with that. Hey guys, today I'm gonna tackle something I have been putting off, which is this door gap here. So this is the Repop panel, and I got it to fit what I thought was pretty good the whole way. And the only thing that's a big enough problem is this right here. It's too far forward. And I tried so many times to move this back, and you know the story, and then it comes out of alignment here and it doesn't fit here or whatever. So the decision was I got it everywhere I needed it to be, and it was along here. So I'm just trying to figure out the best way, and so I think I'm gonna just run a cutoff wheel down in there, maybe more at an angle like this. I was just messing around with that, but maybe more of an angle just to roll this back, because on the other side, this is original door and original quarter. That's how it fits. So as long as I can get this close to the pillar there, I think, yeah, this was really throwing me off on the other side for a long time too, how it's tight here and then it gets weird, and it's pretty scary stuff, because if I mess it up, it's going to be pretty sucky. So a good mate has been giving me some advice, and he seems to think that's the way to go as well. So yeah, I think I'm just going to figure out what angle, look at it a bit longer. I've been looking at this for weeks, but I'm going to do that, and then just try and roll that thing in, and then TIG it back up and see how it goes. So I'll let you guys know when I do something. Alright, there it is. I mean, looking at it, and I kind of want to take a piece off this, but this is the original door, so, and the other one is, so I'm just going to leave both of those alone. I think it's pretty good. Most importantly, it's not going to hit anything. So, and it's going to be nice and level-ish down there. This, you know, bulged up a little just from coming in, so I'm hoping I can just get enough rod in here and just level it out a little bit. I won't do it.
What?
It's scary. Alright.
You're adorable.
Here it is. This is the footage of one take. This is
Before.
This is me ruining my quarter panel.
Oh, honey.
My brand new quarter panel.
Get a lot.
So I've just got to get in this backside and do this seam here. I'll grind it down. Fingers crossed.
Grinding the crack.
Grind and crack. That's what we do.
That is curved. I'm gonna turn it. You got 24 amps? Wow.
Yeah, nothing. Not even that. Like 17.
Jesus. Oops. Keep putting my hand into it right now.
Oh, there it is. Looks pretty good. It was a little low in here, and so there's no point grinding everything else down and making this all thinner. But it was just, I got a little hot with the torch and it really sank in there. So, but more importantly, I'm pretty happy with that. I think it's going to look good. A little bit of filler and pulling it. But it definitely lines up with the edge of that post, which is what I was going for. Now that the more I look at this bit, the more it throws me off, but I'm not going to mess with it. Just leave it there. Pretty stoked. Cheers. Alright, well, these things are finally blasted. After blasting them, they ran the wire wheel over them. Pretty good. I've just done a bunch of surface prep, wax and grease remover and surface cleaner. So gonna mix up some primer now and get ready to spray them. And gonna be glad these things are done because I just hate inner fenders for some reason. So it's Monday now, and these were, I got them in paint yesterday, or got them in primer yesterday. Pretty happy with it. I think they came up really good for, you know, outside paint job. So the next thing is whenever time comes, put them in some semi-gloss, and then shouldn't see the creases as much. You can see how much the gray shows. It's crazy. But yeah, here we go. All right, we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.